bunch of like 8 or 9 year olds to kind of like understand how to play a game like that. Like, you're not gonna get a bunch of people like understanding your rules with that. Like, you're gonna get like a bunch of kids getting very confused and going like, I don't like this game anymore, and then just leave it. But like now, I know how to play the Pokemon trading card game. I just don't have any love for it because like I loved the way that I played it beforehand. It was fun. But now it's like it's not as fun as I remember, so I don't really play it. And Yu-Gi-Oh, well, Yu-Gi-Oh has that similar thing to me as well, where like don't get me wrong, I'll still like jump on and play it a little bit maybe, but like now it's just not as fun as it used to be. And now like I've been getting into like other card games as well. I think one that I'm trying to get back to is I think the is one of the oldest ones, but yet like but again though, like for that one it's more so like I'm just getting right back into it instead of like just it's just a new one. Hello? Hello? Bye. Ooh, an already loaded up crossbow. Nice. Oh, he got scared. Ooh, this one's actually pretty interesting. It's got 3 of these. Ooh, that's a lot of them. Get out of here. Okay, I think I'll go... I think I'll do this for now. There's going to be like a bunch of those random piglins that are going to be very angry at me, but I don't really care. But yeah, but they're trying to find like something that I really liked as a kid and then like still enjoy as an adult is kind of like it's weird because like some of the things that made me enjoy it as a kid, like Pokemon, like the Pokemon trading card game for instance, now I'm just so used to like how it actually is played that now it's like now I don't feel like playing it. And like even me just learning it now is just still not as fun as me playing it as a kid because as a kid we made up rules as time went on. Ow. No Hershey's for you anymore. Where is the ghast? Okay, well the ghast is gone now. That's good to know. Alright. Ooh, I'm breaking. No. No Hershey's for you. Seriously? Get out of here. Yeah, because what else is there that's actually, like, very interesting? I know, like, I liked a lot of the, like, original, I don't know. Anyway. Let's talk about, more Minecraft stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I sort of like how, like from, like I remember Like, I can still remember me playing Minecraft beta with my little like cave base from like my very first world, and then just being very angry because I can't find coal anywhere. And then I'd be like, okay, well, I guess I gotta go try and see if I can find a different place where I can find coal of all things. Then I would end up like finding no coal, or I'd find like one or two scraps of it and be like, oh my god, yes, yes, I found the mother lode. Never find another one again in that cave. Then I would have to like go through another sort of like cave and then find that one little scrap of coal and be like, oh, I found more coal, and then nothing. And I got really sick and tired of thinking of it at one point where I was using an inventory editor to sort of spawn in infinite TNT, and I would just make a giant mine, and then hopefully I would find more coal. And guess how much coal I found? I found zero of it. I found a decent chunk of iron, and that was it. So like I ended up just figuring out that like, or I just ended up figuring that like my my Minecraft world that was like my very first, or at least one of my very firsts, was pretty dead in the coal department, and that's kind of a problem because I didn't have any way of smelting items. I could have made charcoal, but I didn't know about it then. So I ended up just making a new world. And then guess what? How much iron I found? Or how much coal I found? I found so much coal that became like the new resource that I had so much of, and I got sick and tired of it. But the one trade-off that I had for it is that I had very little, I think, iron being found. Get out of here. I ended up finding like very little, like iron, and I got really sick and tired of that. So like if there was a way that I could have like made an iron farm back in beta 1.3, I would have literally have done it, because like I would have desperately needed it at that moment. And then I think during that first world I ended up figuring out, or not figuring out, I ended up reading too much into something, and based upon what was written for, like, I think it was like beta 1.5, I think, I don't remember, I think that's when weather was introduced. It was sort of hinting at, like, if you have any wind structures, they're going to get burnt down, because when lightning strikes on like wooden planks, it would like create fire. So I thought, oh my word, I gotta go and repair like my base and stuff, like I'm gonna have to go and repair my base a bunch of times, and I'm not even gonna remember how it was built in the first place. So I thought, well, what can I do? So I ended up doing the only thing that I could think about doing, and I ended up just spawning in a bunch of stone blocks for myself. No, I didn't. Did I spawn in stone? No, I didn't spawn in stone. I spawned in the coal, I think, for it, maybe. No, I didn't. I ended up just mining a bunch of coal or a bunch of cobblestone, and then I just ended up just salting them in stone, and then as I I think was that the one that I, because there was two buildings. There was one that I did legitimately, and there was one that I just spawned in. No, I remember. It wasn't stone that I spawned in. Not legitimately. It was the obsidian that I covered it after the fact that I didn't get it legitimately. That's what it was. Oh, trying to remember that stuff is like very, very confusing. So yeah, so I originally covered it in stone. So I originally had it as wood, but then as soon as like weather got introduced, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to go and cover it inside of cover it in stone, so though, like, you know, when lightning strikes, I don't have to worry about anything. So I did the top, and I'm like, could lightning strike from the side? And I thought, best not to think about it, so I ended up doing it anyway. So at the end of the day, like, I ended up just doing, like, I ended up encasing the entire thing, other than underneath it, in stone. So pretty much a majority of the entire base was encased in stone. And that's kind of how it was forever, pretty much. And I ended up doing that forever until I think until I figured out that certain biomes, or I can't remember what it was said, but it was like certain biomes are less likely to have thunder than other biomes, or something like that. It was like there's only like it's very rare for a thunderstorm to even happen or something like that. So I was like, oh, okay, so I don't need to do it for every building. But I think at this point, I think I was mostly just making mountain bases in general, so it didn't really affect me much because most of the exterior is dirt, grass, and stone. So it was like I didn't have to worry about it. But I still took it to heart, kind of thing. So anytime I tried building up my my base, I still try to do it. Like even with like a Rosaria base now, you'll notice though that there's no flammable blocks on the outside, only the inside does. And that's still slightly influenced by that, because that is still one of my like fears, is that like when somebody sets it on fire, I'm going to lose everything. Or even when thunder strikes, it's going to like cause burns and stuff like that. Even like, and the whole obsidian thing after the fact was because like I kept having like a giant plague of like creepers kind of thing, just magically coming to my base and just trying to ruin my day. So I said, you know what, because I think at that point I had like a bunch of creepers already like exploding around near my base, that I ended up like losing a few walls kind of thing. So I said, you know what, I'm done replacing my walls. I'm done. I'm sick and tired of replacing it, because stone is one of the most difficult things, because this was before enchantments even came out, so literally you would have to smelt it all the time. So I said, you know what, I'm done with this. So I ended up spawning in infinite obsidian, and I covered the entire thing. So over the stone I had obsidian, so it was literally like a 3-block layer wall between obsidian, wood, and stone. So I had like really thick walls pretty much. One that was explosion proof, one that was the fire. Well, technically the outside ones are also flame proof, fireproof, but the stone was more of the fireproof part. I mean, that's what they were there for in the first place, but it's fine. But that is what inspired it. And if you look at and if you were to go to like one of the first specials for the channel, which was about the history of Rosaria base in general, or what would be Rosaria base now, but was Reva Craft kind of thing, you'll also see like the first versions of it, where it was originally stone as a stone fortress kind of thing, and then after a while I ended up slowly changing it into sort of a spaceship. And then after I ended up slowly changing into a spaceship, I kept, like, I almost said digging away, but technically, yeah, started, like, you know, shaping it into more of a ship kind of thing. And then at the end of it, I ended up with a ship that was closely resembling into an armored fortress, pretty much. And then I pretty much, like, just stopped sort of tinkering around with it for a lot of Minecraft generations. And then when 1.13 rolled around the corner, I decided to take that old design and revamp it, because I thought it would look really cool, and plus I figured that it was probably around the dimensions that the structure block will take, and lo and behold, it was around, I think, 20 blocks, I think, or something like that. So I thought it would be perfect. So that's what I did. And then throughout the different versions, I've been improving it ever so slightly. Yeah, because, like, what was it? It was, yeah, because when beta 1. Or not beta, when Minecraft 1.13 came around, I tried adding a lot of what the aquatic update ended up giving, but I got really sick and tired of trying to update it to update aquatic because I kept trying to get a lot of it to work, but none of it did, I think, or something like that. So I ended up just stopped trying to improve it through that method. And then when Minecraft 1.14 was in its beta releases, I was trying to get most of its functionality to work as well. And I found something else that was really, really interesting to note. Where if you were to try and bring one of the Illager banners from 1.14, it will actually work in Minecraft 1.13. The only thing is that the banners look kind of funky and weird because it's not meant for that version, but they do like it does still kind of function as a banner. It's just not like as glamorous or as menacing as it does in 1.13. It looks very like derpy kind of thing. Because again,